Friday. Do you see? Do you see it? Do you see it? I don't know how clearly you can see it. That's a painting. It's gonna go up on calendar, not this Monday, next Monday. Trying to get ahead of it, getting ahead of the schedule, because this time next week, I'm gonna be in Minnesota. I'm gonna be with the family, having fun, eating truffles, drinking wine with mom, you know, what everybody does, clearly. So the plan is to get everything done before I leave. All of the videos for the rest of the year, which is not gonna happen, but I'm going to do my best because I'm putting some effort into it. I'm putting some effort into it. Okay, so Dante and I have been discussing, I've been telling him, we haven't been discussing, I've been telling him that if I could have any superpower, like a mutation, if I were a late blooming mutant, I would have the power to throw my farts. Hey, no, hang on, we're talking like adults here, okay? The power to throw my farts, like a ventriloquist. You know, so then like, picture this if you will, the UN meeting, Vladimir Putin is up there at the podium like, I'm going to do something really mean and no one's going to stop me because look at my bare chest. What ifs? And everybody's like, oh, we don't like what he's doing, but I can't look at his chest. And then as Putin's about to say something, you hear this. Everybody stops. Putin's like, stop from me. And you hear it again. He's like, it's not me, it's not me. And meanwhile, I'm in the very back of the room with like my sunglasses and trench coat and I'm like, ha 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 ha. But it sounds like it's coming from Putin up on the podium and he's getting all red in the face and like sweating. And everybody in the UN starts pointing and laughing. Putin keeps Putin, Putin keeps Putin, Putin keeps Putin. And he's like, well, what do you know? And he's getting flashbacks of his childhood where something similar happened. And thus a whole international crisis forms. So, I was telling Dante my idea, and he seemed pretty receptive to it. As if I'm gonna do something with it. Maybe I'll make a comic book about it. Maybe I'll make a comic book and make millions. It's funny and you know it. Oh, that's how I'm preventing my brain from melting. I feel like this whole week, or the whole month, it's the holidays. It's the holiday season. And as a freelancer and independent artist person, it's a busy time of the year, but it's almost over. It's almost over. Just need to survive some things. And then on top of it, I've had to deal with so much garbage. There's some fraudulent charges on my FedEx account, and I've just started shipping out paintings lately, so I had to clear that up, and it's cleared. That's awesome. Now I gotta spend some quality time on the phone with my insurance company, because apparently the checks I've been writing and they've been depositing haven't gone into their system yet. So yeah, life. Obama! You're next. I'm gonna frame him for farting. I'm gonna frame them all for farting. Oh no, maybe I'm a villain. The most feared. I need a good villain name. What would a good villain name be? Gotta meditate on that. Maybe I'll make a video of it. I shot like 2 videos today and it should have been done sooner. The art tutorials, because I've been doing the tutorials on my main channel and they're taking a little longer than I anticipated. But this last one especially, because it was all about watercolor supplies, and I was feeling an unnecessary pressure, but I get it, to deliver the appropriate information and not tell people what to get, but to give them the information to enable them to make a wise purchase decision, if that makes any sense. Because I know there's that, you know, it won't be like Mike factor, so like get the shoes he wears and you can play that sport too. Or, you know, your dentist, what kind of toothbrush do they use? Because I'd like to use that. That sounds like an educated, informed decision. But at the same time, like, there's different levels. Like, everybody's on their own level. And I was reading up on blogs from other artists to see what other artists say about supplies, which filled me with self-doubt. because I love me a good cheap art haul. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I like the cheap stuff. I've worked with the higher end materials and they are really, really nice. And there's a lot of other artists and art blogs saying, don't go for the student grade paints, go for the artist grade paints because you'll enjoy them so much more. I get that mentality. But I also get the fact that the art tutorials and those videos on my main channel are probably being watched by people who've never touched watercolor or are picking it up for the first time in years. And you know, if you're told the only way you can paint is if you spend $45 on this watercolor kit, that might be a little, what is the word? Disheartening? It might stop that. It might be that one little thing, like you're mentally fighting all of these battles trying to get to the point where you're comfortable with letting yourself create and explore and express. So like a little hurdle of price, like, oh, well, that seems really expensive. That might kind of put you off a little bit more. And somebody might say, well, then they were never meant to be an artist. That's kind of shallow. It'd be one thing if, you know, they want to do stand-up comedy or whatever, and they're like, but I'm afraid to get on stage, so I'll just like do it as an amateur. I guess that's not a bad thing too. I guess what I'm saying is, if you want to be a great, well-known artist, yeah, you gotta want it enough. If you're just wanting to paint or draw, and that is something that you can just do for yourself, you can do it for others, you can do it for just your friends or whatever, but you can also just do it for yourself, then why put up more little hurdles? Why say, oh, don't bother with the affordable paints? Like, you have to get the expensive ones. That's my battery. Battery's been dying. I don't know. It's just been something I've been mulling over a lot lately. A lot of mulling. I'm never gonna stop doing that. It's amazing. All right, I'm gonna get back to work, charge my phone battery because it keeps dying and I don't know why. I might go back to the iPhone. I tried. That's a whole nother bag of worms to open up and discuss. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Next time I make a video, it'll be in Minnesota. And I will see you later. Bye, love you. And I'm gonna put another and on here. What else? And brush your teeth, awesome. And don't forget to befriend your enemy because your enemy might come back and accuse you of farting in front of the UN. The UN and the UN. The UN is the other organization. You know what I'm talking about. Hitler? Yes! You probably knew I was gonna do that. This is Rants in My Pants, where you tell me what to think. I have here a bunch of topics that are made up, controversies that aren't really controversies. I'm gonna put them in my pants, whip one out, and have an opinion.